Welcome back to Shreveport for Game 2 of our Red River Athletic Conference doubleheader here at the dock. It's the final matchup, the men's contest of the LSU-Shreveport Pilots taking on the Eagles of the visiting Texas A&M-Texarkana. It was about an hour and a half drive for the Eagles coming into this game with an overall record of 10-5, 9-2 in conference play, and 3-3 on the road, led by first-year head coach Darian Brown. Coach Brown currently sits fourth in the RRAC standings as of right now. That is not including the rest of today's results. The team right below them, well, their opponent for tonight, there's some of the record 10-7, 7-6. LSU Shreveport Pilots, led by 13th year head coach Kyle Blankenship. Kyle Blankenship and his Pilots, winners of 3 of their last 5, are coming off of an absolute beatdown, a 10-point beatdown that is, of the Jarvis Christian Bulldogs here at home. Here on the dock, similar to their women counterparts in terms of home record, fantastic, 7-2. Both teams having their final pleasantries, getting their final shots up, getting ready for tip-off. We'll have the starting lineups and what is set to be a fantastic matchup. It's the Pilots, the Eagles, Shreveport, Texarkana, LSU versus Texas A&M. However you want to slice it, it's bound to be a fun one. Jared Jones, happy to be with you here on ASN2. We'll take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups. Shreveport Pilot basketball on ASN2 continues after this.
It's time for the NAIA Top Plays of the Week, presented by the NAIA Sports Information Directors Association.
Hendricks trying to catch up to him. They're working free with some space. Centering for a shot for Summer, and Enos Summer may have just won it for SCAD Savannah in the 88th minute.
She's triple teamed, and Feely comes out of the pack with it for Oregon Tech. Leave it off for Gaskin. No look behind the back pass to Kennedy Hall. Oh, it's showtime.
It's Alessio, and then it came free and a great save. Second chance, stopped again. Counted.
Nixon stopped in the lane. Got a nice shot up off the glass over Geraldo Lane as McLaren has it. And if that, you gotta be kidding. You have got to.
Basketball fans, and welcome to the dock this afternoon. For this afternoon's contest between the Eagles of Texas A&M-Texarkana and your LSU Pilots. Today's starting lineup presented by Giant Pizza House, 8725 Uri Drive here in Shreveport. And now let's get the starting line for the Eagles of Texas A&M-Texarkana. At guard, the 6th senior from Memphis, Tennessee, number 1, Diamante Williams. The secret sophomore from Mount Pleasant, Texas, number 5, Peyton Chisholm. At guard, the 6'5" junior from Memphis, Tennessee, number 11, Rodney Mason II. At guard, the 6'3" junior from Cleveland, Tennessee, number 21, Darrell Houston. At guard, the 6'2" freshman from Louisiana, number 23, Sharon Soul. All coaching staff, Freddie Eagles, assistant coaches, Connor Willett, Parker Braddock, Tyler Hope, and Javante Jones, and the head coach, Darian Brown.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring them out. Here are your starting five for the Pilots of Louisiana State University in Pittsburgh. The Seattle senior from the Black School of Young Buckhead.
Alrighty, starting lineups have been introduced for both teams, and we are set to go for action here at the dock. Once again, one final run through of our starters for A&M-Texarkana. It's Williams, Chisholm, Mason, Houston, and Sowell. For LSU-Shreveport, Murray, Coleman, Boston, Flanagan, and Anderson. As a visiting team, as per tradition, checks out the game ball. We are set to go. Texas A&M-Texarkana, the visiting team in this game in their Under Armour maroon or almost wine-colored tops and bottoms with white and gray accents across the shorts and jersey. Varsity block traditional font. Gray lettering and numerals with a white outline. TAMUT in crimson across the chest. For LSU-Shreveport, similar, pretty much the exact same jersey as the women's team. All white tops and bottoms with a gold and a purple trim around the shorts and jersey. LSU in purple outlined in gold, a golden S outlined in purple. We are set to go. Getting ready to jump is going to be Sowell as well as Murray. A small ball lineup for head coach Kyle Blankenship, at least for the time being. Tyler Washington not getting the starting nod today. Will start on the bench, and we are set to go in Shreveport. If you're tuning in on ASN Radio, Texas A&M-Texarkana opening possession will go from left to right on your respective device. Arrow will flip in favor of LSU-Shreveport. Out the top of the key, surveying the floor is Rodney Mason the second. 8 points, 4 rebounds a game, and it up under a layup, can't get it to go. First shot of the game by Daryl Houston out of Cleveland, Ohio. It was a great shot, just couldn't come down with it though, or at least finish through. Murray on the rebound, gets double teamed. Nearly open floor. Fast break opportunity, lay-in, it's good, and that's how Texas A&M-Texarkana gets things started. As far as the all-time head-to-head, LSUS holds a dominant advantage, at least all-time, 9 wins, 2 losses to these Eagles. However, Texas A&M-Texarkana won a chippy meeting last time they met back on November the 12th as Flanagan nails a 3. Melvin and Flanagan, fantastic from 3 this year, over 40%, showing exactly why they're for the 3-point bomb, as we played a minute already in this one. Last time these two teams met was back on the 12th of November of last year. LSU-Shreveport took a hard loss, 91-77. And Texarkana finish had the foul through contact by Sowell. Foul is going to be charged to Davion Coleman, the St. Mary University transfer. Also played at Texas State, will try his first foul of the game at the charity stripe. If Sowell out in Natchitoches, Louisiana, graduate of nearby Captain Shreve High School. Free throw, rattles in and out, no good. Flanagan skying through for the tough defensive board. So after Texas A&M-Texarkana throws a hard first punch, see how the Pilots respond. Anderson around the horn of Flanagan. A lot of backdoor cuts for this typical offensive set. A 4-out-and-1-in approach as Anderson fires. Heavily contested 3 won't go. He's a rebound for Williams. Williams leads these Eagles in points per game, averaging 13.5 a contest. The kick to the high post to Mason. Mason, one-on-one against Anderson. Turns, flies. He's got it. Up the toilet bowl finish for 2. The Pilots reeling. Down 3 early on here at home. A team that, just like their women counterparts, are extremely good here at the dock. Around the horn they go to Flanagan. Flanagan now to Boston. Boston was shake and bake, guarded by Chisholm. Chisholm, the East Texan, graduate of Mount Pleasant High School, as Anderson. Tough lay-in, won't go. Rebounds brought down by Williams. Williams doesn't have numbers. Going to take a smart pull-up jumper. That's good. It gets a lucky bounce. 8-3 early. 17.5 left to go. High pass to Boston. Boston over to Flanagan as he crosses the timeline. Little yo-yo now with quick double teams being implemented. Murray gets downhill. Tough runner. That's good. Strong bucket for 2. Wanted a foul. Nikhil Murray averaging 10 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist to contest. Transfer out of Central Michigan. Also spent some time at Wayland Baptist, so he's in the both of, I guess you can say, the ASN regional NAIA conferences, both the Sooner Athletic Conference for football and basketball and the Red River Athletic Conference. Strong layup, no good. Offensive rebound. Can't get the second one to fall. Still fighting for it, but eventually somehow Coleman coming up with it under the basket. On the break is Boston. Boston now resets. 6 minutes, 48 seconds. Gets down to the left side. To the right, Eurostep runner. Follow-away jumper. Won't go. Chisholm and Murray battling for it. Murray comes up with it, takes a hard fall, and will draw the foul ahead of the line to shoot 2. Foul is going to be assessed to, see who that would be. That's Daryl Houston out of Odessa College getting his first foul. It's Murray's first shot. Can't get it to roll in through. He's a 50% free throw shooter. As Murray, 6'6", senior forward, find the 5 spot today. Knocks down the second, and now here comes Tyler Washington. If the 6'6" Murray wasn't enough to deal with, well, how about 6'9" senior forward Tyler Washington out of Delaware, Louisiana. Region 14 product out of Blinn College and back in Hill Country. Corner 3, it's good. Devontae Williams from downtown. We know he's the straw that stirs the drink offensively for this Eagle offense. And showing it there with that last 3 ball. Pass almost deflected. Anderson, 3. Back iron won't go. Rebound is almost collected by Coleman, but will draw a loose ball foul. That will be called on the previously aforementioned Williams. Williams out of Memphis, Tennessee, the 6'2" junior guard. You can hear this bench for A&M-Texarkana as loud as it can be. Here's Washington now. Anderson now to Boston. Boston will fire. That's good. Trey Boston gets on the board and keeps LSU-Shreveport back in it. 2-point game with a 15-47. Here's Williams. Jump pass to Chisholm. Chisholm back to Williams. He'll step into a 3. That's good. Devontae Williams, 2 for 2 from downtown. Almost coming up with a steal there are the Eagles, as on a lay-in is Coleman. Out of bounds, Eagles ball. So how about a quick 3 and a block to go with it immediately after. So far, these Eagles are taking it to the Pilots on the road in a huge conference game. Well, A&M-Texarkana as well as the Pilots, both 4th and 5th in the Red River Athletic Conference, respectively. On the lay-in and a huge block, and it's got to be a foul call. Thankfully, we have the beauty of instant replay to look this over, because Sowell might have got detected by the National Weather Service. Good night, nurse. That'll be Sowell's first, 3rd on the team in this half. As Trey Boston will head to the charity stripe, shooting 90% from the line. First free throw, back iron and off. After this, the Pilots will have 3 straight road games against Texas College, Xavier, and Louisiana Christian, respectively, as that last free throw gets the Pilots in double digits and brings things down to 4. Chisholm barking orders right at the top of the LSU-Shreveport anchor at center court. Great fake pass. The leeway pass down low and an easy find and feed for Houston for 2. Houston gets his first points of the ball game. It's really been all Devontae Williams. He has 10. Ronnie Mason, Houston, as well as Sowell with 2 more, respectively. Long 3. Long rebound, rebounded by the previously aforementioned Houston. Up the floor to Williams. Chisholm, he'll fire for 3. Front iron won't go. Rebounds brought down by Flanagan. Flanagan, although he's arguably the smallest guard, one of the smallest in the conference, a fantastic rebounder. A kickball violation will be called against Rodney Mason with 14-25 left in this first half. And you hear this Texarkana bench letting them have it. Into the corner is Boston. Boston, jump pass to Coleman. Coleman to Flanagan. Washington, head fakes, rises. Too much on it. Follow-up's no good. 3rd chance, can't get it. Still has possession. It's out of bounds. Eagles basketball. The Pilots have generated 5 second chance opportunities in the early going of this first quarter. In terms of points, zilch, nada, 16-10. Chisholm Takes the Houston ball screen. And the floor is Mason. Mason, easy lay-in, it's good after the shooter's roll. The dry spell continuing for LSU-Shreveport. This is the largest lead that the Eagles have had so far. Here's Anderson to Washington. Now back to Anderson. Flanagan will wind up a three. No good. Rebound by Sewell. Here's Chisholm now. If you were here and heard this crowd, if you can hear it in our crowd mic, you'd think this was a game at Texarkana. Turnaround, baby hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Washington, who gets it to Anderson. Anderson to Coleman. Coleman, he got it to go for two. Took his time to fall, still went in. And now a 6-point LSU-Shreveport deficit. Here's Chisholm, kills his dribble. Now to Williams, who already has 10 points in this thing. Feeling out room. It's Mason at the free throw line, one-on-one. Sewell, short two ball, it's good. Inside of the dime seconds of the shot clock. Coleman gets his jump shot deflected. It'll be the last touch by Mason. And a quick substitution here. As we'll now have two Devontaes on the floor as LSU-Shreveport's Devontae Austin, the Lee College transfer, will check in for Flanagan. Also a sub pending for A&M-Texarkana. It's going to be Jason Bush who will check in at the next opportunity. To Washington. Washington up and under her. Too much on it. LSU-Shreveport just unable to get anything going consistent on offense. The spin, the lay-in, draw the foul ahead to the line. That foul is going to be charged to Trey Boston. That's the Lincoln University transfer's first foul. Second team foul of the half. That looks like we'll have dueling subs maybe coming up as Justin Davis will step on the slip knot. First free throw is good from Houston. As Bush and Davis check out, both Sewell and Williams will check in. It looks like, nope, Williams ain't going to get a break just yet. That second free throw won't go, so Williams will have to at least wait. 1-2-2, full court trap being implemented by the Eagles now. Again, it's a Coleman. Coleman fake pass. Now to Boston. Boston has a lane. Layup won't go. A lot of contact. He wanted a foul, but didn't get it. Bush on the rebound. Up the floor. Houston floats. It's good for two. Darrell Houston. Darrell Houston on that last layup gets him 7 on the day. And this lead becomes larger and larger for A&M-Texarkana as Henderson through contact, muscling through for the two ball. Chisholm swings to the previously scoring Houston, scored on that last trip down for Texarkana. They get it at the free throw line to Sewell. That Sewell will draw the foul. That's going to be 3 on Shreveport. Looks like it was a loose ball foul. Might have been called on Washington. Yes, it is. Seniors first, third on the team. Both teams now sitting at 3 fouls apiece. Down screen gets set. They get it down low, and a foul is going to be called. This time for Jason Bush to head to the charity stripe. Shooting foul is going to be called on Murray. That's the former Wayland Baptist Pioneers first, team fourth. As the Eagles will head back to the line again. First shot is good. Coach Darian Brown, in terms of his first season, had about as difficult as a job as you can get, coming off of the worst record in team history of an 8-20 moniker. Now looking at controlling your own destiny for a pretty solid seed in the conference tournament. And as of right now, playing one of the better teams in the RRAC. I'd say pretty doggone well. 25-14 our score. They get it to Washington. Had a cutter. It was Murray. Anderson will fire a long three. He can't get it to go. Sowell will bring down the board. In terms of shooting, it has been rough. If you're Coach Kyle Blankenship, you're not happy at all with how your team's shooting because so far the Pilots haven't been able to hit the broadside of a barn with a fire hose. 5 for 17 from the field, 2 for 7 from 3. That kick now to Sowell. Sowell, dribble handoff to the recently checking in Justin Davis. Now to Sowell, 9 seconds to shoot. Offensive foul. We're going the other way. As now Davis asking the official for any time of explanation. One thing about both the officiating crews, at least what we've noticed from the crew for this game, they're not in the mood for much talking. That's Sowell's first, team fourth of the half, with 10:40 left in the first half. And the swing is Austin. Austin takes the Washington screen. Washington kicks back out. Head fakes. Drives, great feed, up and under, layup is good. All that was set up because of the three-point shooting of Tyler Washington. He's a 40% three-point shooter, so you have to go out and guard him, opening up, parting the Red Sea for an easy Murray bucket. Down low to Sowell. Anderson snatches it behind the back, save by Anderson. Stolen. Here's Williams. Williams, Euro slotted away. I heard that block back home in Tyler. As Anderson a bit slow to get up, and we take another look at that block. Covered like the rug on your floor. It was all set up by the first block, and, well, if you like that block, which one do you like more? This block or this last block by Anderson after the Williams steal is absolutely rejected. So we have 2 fantastic blocks already. Quick three, Williams. That's good again. Devontae Williams, have yourself a day. Third three of the game for the Eagles. Second for Williams. He's got 13. He is perfect from the field. 5 for 5 from the field. 3 for 3 from downtown. Washington to respond in kind. That's good. Tyler Washington just mentioned moments ago how solid he is from downtown, shooting 40% of contest. He's already 1 for 1. Williams, bit of a heat check step in there. Chisholm swings it back to him. He'll let this one go, though, for 3. No good, so I guess he is human. Sowell comes down with a defensive board. Williams, great dish, and an even better layup is going to be a goaltend. Murray got there a second too late, so the points will be assessed to Jason Bush. Jason Bush, another East Texan, out of Longview, Texas, played some time as a Bobcat at Texas State, also played at TJC. So both Bush and Washington, 2 former Region 14 foes on the floor. NJCAA Region 14, that is. It's Austin. Devontae Austin gets his first 3 of the game and brings things back down to 6. Three-point shooting of the Pilots has been pretty stellar. 38.2% as a ball club this year. One of the hottest monikers in the conference. With it is Mason. Mason kills his dribble. Fall-away jumper for Bush. It's good from 14. That brings it back to 8. That's the biggest lead that the Eagles have had all game long. Boston looking. Has Austin. Sidestep. Fall-away 3. Won't go. Murray's going to get whacked for the offensive foul. That'll be the big fella's second. 5th on the team this half. So only 2 more fouls to give for the Pilots. As a quick substitution, as now Devontae Williams will check out. Darius Smith checking in. Ironically enough, he's out of LSU Alexandria. No, it's always fun to see how players move around, especially if they stay within the conference, whether they be players or coaches. It's a long 3, no good from Davis. Rebound is brought down up by Boston. Boston screaming up the floor. Laying is good, but they won't call it. No continuation. Let's take another look to see when the official made the motion of the foul. As Boston, we see the play there. By continuation, that should be an and-1 and a trip to the line, typically. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Driving on the kick out is Flanagan. Flanagan steps back, razzle-dazzle, drives. This one's going to be an and-1, though. Counting down the foul. Melvian Flanagan, the former Wichita State shocker. Ironic that he has a play like that. 24-32 our score. Flanagan heads to the line for the first time today. It's good. That's one way to get on the board. 25-32 with 7:40. Save is snatched away by Washington. Washington on the break. It's like a gazelle as he runs up the floor. The putback dunk is no good by Coleman. However, the follow-up player from Boston is, and A&M-Texarkana will take their first time out of the contest. Coach Brown and company wants to discuss it. Waiting to see what timeout it is. Either way, we'll take a timeout anyway. LSU West down, not out of it yet though. Pilot basketball continues after this. Timeout. LSU-Shreveport at one point found themselves down 8. Now slowly but surely marching into this thing. And part of that was, well, buckets like this. Melby and Flanagan prior to that timeout. Well, a massive and one just a play ago. LSUS wanting an and one. This time they got their wish. Our score was 7.5 left to go in the first frame. Texarkana 32, Shreveport 27. Jared Jones, happy to be with you here on the dock in the boot. Shreveport, Louisiana, just a short walk away from the flowing, luscious Red River. Final horn sounds, and we are set to go. 7:29. The Texarkana basketball 2-2-1 zone being implemented. On the floor for LSU-Shreveport is going to be Flanagan, Coleman, Austin, and Washington. That's the 5 on the floor for LSU-Shreveport. Foul is called on the floor. That's going to be on Washington. We wait to confirm. I believe it's on Washington. Just want to make sure. Yes, it is. That'll be the senior second. On the floor for, well, we'll get to who's on the floor for A&M-Texarkana in a moment as Washington will check out. Anderson will check in. On the floor for A&M-Texarkana, it's going to be Chisholm, who's out there with Mason, Sowell, as well as Davis, and the one inbound of the basketball, Darius Smith. Here's Chisholm. Chisholm gets downhill. Pass gets tipped. It's Anderson. Could be dunk time. Layup up and over. No good, though, and he'll head to the line. Foul is going to be assessed to the Eagles, number 14, Darius Smith, the former LSU Alexandria General. Sal Anderson will step into the line for the first time today. Back in high school, prior to playing at Nicholls State, was offered by both TCU, University of Texas at Arlington, as well as New Mexico State University. And how's this for trivia? He's a nephew of former NBA player Kenny Anderson. How fun is that? That's going to make Thanksgiving pretty interesting. Second shot from Anderson is good. So with that, that makes it 32-29. 1 point. Again, the Pilots had themselves down 8. Sowell. Now to Smith. In pass. Facing up is Mason. Mason to Davis, who cuts, drives, looking, spins, lets it fly, and it's good for 2. Davis gets his first basket of the game. It's now Flanagan and Boston kind of yo-yo it. Get it across the timeline, and they eventually do now into the half court. Man-to-man defense getting played by Texarkana. Austin, we know he likes to shoot, and here he goes again. Austin nails a three-point bomb in a 2-point game. The Pilots have marched themselves back into this thing, mainly because the guy that scored all their points, at least in terms of A&M-Texarkana, Mr. Devontae Williams, he's on the floor. Davis to respond. Won't go. Anderson has it. Anderson looking. Tough pass, behind the back pass, and it's good. We're both tied up at 34. Stolen away, spin. It's into the hands of the Pilots. Into the corner, it's Austin. Austin drives. Pass, Flanagan for three. Can't get it to go. Anderson thought it was going to fall, so did everyone in purple and gold. Now with 5:45 left to go, they'll settle for at least it being tied for now. And a dribble drive is going to be halted with a foul. Foul is going to be charged to Davion Coleman. That'll be the senior second, team seventh. Both teams are sitting at 7 fouls apiece. And that will have to sit in the line. We hear Taj Anderson saying vocal, arguably one of the most vocal guys that we've seen here on the A&M Sports Network. 1-and-1 free throw was good on the front half. As exhaling is Daryl Houston out of Odessa College. Back iron, no good. Flanagan gives it to Boston. Austin sets the screen for Flanagan. Anderson cuts. It'll be Boston a three. I guess it. The pick is open at 3:31 on a Saturday. Off the window and good. Gives LSU-Shreveport their first lead of the game. 37-35. Little under 5 minutes. Oh, I thought we were going to have a Lopez there as Chisholm will shimmy, swing back to the top of the key. On the dribble handoff is going to be a reach foul on the screen, and that's going to be called against Anderson. Anderson draws his first, one of the many seniors on this ball club. Foul number 8 for LSUS. He'll have one more foul to give until putting the Eagles in the double bonus. A team that shoots about 69.5%. First free throw won't go. Coleman. Head low, now gets it up to Flanagan. Now Boston. Right at the edge of the S of the purple and gold Anchor Pilot logo at center court. This is Boston, guarded by Houston. Coleman gets downhill, up and under, hang time through the air, and it's good. Now a 2-possession lead. And the biggest lead that the Pilots have had all day continues to grow, point by point. On the drive, Sowell out of bounds. As Sowell looked like he was going to try to go head on with Austin. Austin was ready to take a charge. I mean, Sowell's a big dude. Then he gets 6'2", 220 pounds. That is a massive human being. So understandably, Austin kind of rubbing his chest a little bit after taking that whack. Flanagan out of Anderson. Nods for the screen from Austin. Takes it. Coleman. Long two from the left elbow is in. High percentage back half of this first half for LSU-Shreveport. They've begun on their last 3 field goals. Only limiting themselves to one shot. It's a good shot, and they've been falling. Here's Mason. 15 on the shot clock. 3:40 left in the first half. Looking for something. They get it to Chisholm. Chisholm. Long three for Bush. Front iron won't go. Snatching it down. Offensive rebound. The lay-in's no good. Stolen away by Austin. Boston. Skip past to Flanagan. Thought he was going to step in and fire a three. He will anyway, though. Well off with 3:16 left to go. And now Texas A&M will have yet another offensive possession. Chisholm takes a hard screen. Williams flies. Can't get it to go. And a loose ball foul is going to be charged to the Eagles. Foul is going to be charged to Jason Bush. Some of the fans below us not happy at all about that call. And of course that foul isn't classified as an offensive foul. It's classified as a loose ball foul. Therefore that will put The Pilots on the line. As Coleman will have the line for the first time. First team all-district guy back in high school. His first free throw was good. Athleticism even. As now Coleman is saying some words to the bench, and Williams having a couple of words with the officials. Now Coleman gets the basketball back. I guess athleticism runs in the family as his brother played Division I football. Second shot is good. So a perfect trip to the line for the Pilots. And that gives Coleman just one basket closer to getting to Williams for a leading score. He currently has 12. Williams has 13. In the corner, drive for Moore. Moore to Chisholm. Chisholm, great head fake. Long two from 14. Can't get it. Offensive rebound and another block by Anderson. Try to save it and they do. Great hand by Austin. Taj Anderson pretty much plays 1 through 5. He can defend 1 through 5 for Coach Blankenship, and that's why. Protecting the paint at a strong 6'4". Anderson swings to Austin. He gets it back to Anderson now. Screen gets blitzed. Flanagan, guarded by Chisholm, gets downhill. Tough layup at the horn. Shot clock fading away. Takes a huge layup and a hit to boot. Chisholm to Williams. Now back to Chisholm. Williams getting downhill. Highly contested three. Back iron will go for the Eagles. It gets saved. Anderson, great hand, and the Pilots keep possession. Boston doesn't have numbers. It was 4 on 3, but now we're back full 5 on 5. There's Austin setting the screen for Boston. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Devontae Williams. One thing to note from the Memphis Tennessean, that's his second foul. Played D1 ball for West Coast Conference Loyola Marymount. As Trey Boston will head to the lineup for the second time today. His last trip he split it. Front half of the 1-and-1 is good as a quick sub checks in. Checking in for the Eagles is going to be, once again, number 14, Darius Smith, out of Alexandria, Louisiana, already has a foul. That last foul assist to the Eagles was their 9th of the half. Second shot is good. An 11-point Pilot lead at home. Looking for the program sweep and avenge that tough loss back on the 12th of November last year. 91-77. Pass is intercepted. Great ball hawk by Trey Boston. Boston to Anderson. He'll let one fly. Front iron won't go. Whistle is blown on the far side. Looks like it'll be a timeout. They'll be taken by A&M-Texarkana. I believe so. And yep, it'll be a 30. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds. This is Pilot Basketball on the Antler Sports Network. After the break, A&M-Texarkana, 4 timeouts remaining. As Chisholm gives it across the floor. Chisholm, a former Mount Pleasant Tiger, is highly touted coming out of MP City. As a lay-in, no good by Ronnie Mason. but he will draw a foul, and a technical foul is called. Anderson will get his second personal. Now the question is, who will they be calling the technical on? Just wait for the official to give us word. Still waiting. Still waiting to see who the technical was whacked against. Anderson will get a shooting foul, though. I believe it was on A&M-Texarkana, but the question is, who was it on? Either way, Boston's going to head to the line to shoot the two technicals. And Jason Bush will check into the game. First free throw is good. Second free throw is no good. As Bush will check in. As now looks like the scorer's table is going to try to figure this thing out. Keyword try. As now the shooting foul shots for Rodney Mason will get taken. And ironically, as he makes that first shot, found out that that technical was on Mason. So that's his first personal and his first technical. Second free throw rattles in good. Mason checks out. Bush will check in. And we're back to a 10-point game. Or around a 10-point game. Here's Flanagan. Flanagan jump pass. They skip to Boston now. Boston, 45 seconds left in the half, 15 on the shot clock. Step back, pulls, that's good. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a bucket. As Anderson's going to draw the blocking foul. It immediately gets met with a hug from Davion Coleman. That's Anderson's third. We'll get ready for halftime. We'll take a short break. Now some stats for you before we head into half number 2. As that puts both teams now into the double bonus. Chisholm on the line. First shot is good. Now Raymond Moore out of New York. We'll check out. Driver and Soul will check back in as Chisholm knocks down the second shot. Flanagan, jump pass, snagged by Coleman. Texas A&M-Texarkana is one of, if not the most physical team defensively in the conference. And LSU-Shreveport has handled it well, especially in the full court game, where they have absolutely suffocated teams. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 4. Anderson, step back, pulls, no good. Shot clock turned off. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. It's out of bounds, and that's how we will head to the half. So A&M-Texarkana is unable to get anything up before the break. And now 51-39 their score as we head to the locker rooms. It's been a fun one. At one point, LSU-Shreveport was down 8, but as you see, they're in full control now. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. Red River Athletic Conference basketball continues after this.
Texas A&M University Texarkana, your hometown four-year university, invites you to visit our beautiful lakefront campus. Texas A&M University Texarkana has highly rated academic programs in fields that are in high demand. Fields like engineering, education, computer science, and nursing. It's also home to Eagle Athletics, where student athletes compete in soccer, basketball, tennis, baseball, and softball. Texas A&M University Texarkana, building champions in the classroom, on the playing field, and in life.
From the president?
Yeah. From the president of the university.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to get my ID. Is it that?
Yeah. Hop on. Come on. Hope you have a great first day. You know where all your classes are?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I just came from my first one.
Okay. What was it?
Criminal ethical theories.
Well, that sounds pretty hardcore for the first day.
Oh,
That's great.
I liked it.
I'm glad to. Who's the professor?
Dr. Jordan.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
All right, thank you.
We're proud to have you here.
Thank you.
Can I give you, after you're done with that photo, can I give you two another ride?
Yes.
Oh, that's what I figured. Yeah.
Can we take a picture with the president?
Yeah, get in with him. Yeah, come on. You got another sign?
Yeah, let's get this guy.
Come on. Now you're getting drafted for a picture, too. Yeah. Have a great day. Hey, we're thankful to have you here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too. Yeah. See you, bro.
Bye.
Oh, you're awesome. How are we doing?
Doing well. How are you? What's your name?
Good, Julian.
Ross Alexander, I'm the president.
Yes, sir. I was on the baseball team last year.
All right, good deal.
Yes, sir. I just graduated. I got one more semester of school left.
Oh, listen, I'm glad you are finishing your degree.
Yeah.
And what's your major?
Kinesiology.
All right, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go coach and teach somewhere.
Good. What position did you?
I was at short and second.
All right.
I got
So you got some speed.
a little bit. Yep. Yeah, I came from California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'd love to have you stick around here.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, teaching and coaching pays well here. It does. Yeah, it really does.
That's what everyone's told me. So probably gonna go to Tyler and go out there.
Yeah.
But I'm good right here.
You sure?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
And I'm proud of you for finishing your degree.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
I chose LSUS because the school offers limitless opportunities. From the science building to business education to Bronson Hall, LSUS has it all. And so if you're a person who really doesn't know exactly what you want to get into, it presents you the opportunity to explore any and everything. And that's one of the things that I would say LSUS has that other schools don't. I'm currently a senior here at LSUS. I'm a business major with a concentration in entrepreneurship. So for me, the opportunity to actually be in a degree plan that is centered around how a business runs, what the consumer is liking, as well as how to actually get into creating your own business, it just made it that much more real for me to get involved in it. And so for my photography career, for example, for those who may want to know or find me on social media, Javen McCree Photography is the name of my business. My mission is one thing and one thing only, to make dreams that will last a lifetime. The professors who have inspired me the most since being here at LSUS, first being Molly Corbett. She is my old photography mentor. She is one of the main reasons why I chose to start a photography business of my own. One class that was a simple elective, just a fun class to take, didn't go towards my degree plan, just wanting to take something fun, turned into a strong relationship, investments from her into myself that led me to say, Javen, it's time to start your own photography career. A lot of my teachers are great mentors. A lot of friends that I've gotten to meet and gotten to do life with have truly benefited me in my everyday walk as I've gotten older. And now that I'm here about to graduate in May, I don't feel as scared as I did when I was first a freshman. I feel prepared, I feel ready, and I honestly, if May could be here tomorrow, bring it on. Another reason why I love LSUS is because I get to go here with my best friend, the love of my life, Rayleigh. She is the best thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. And it's just getting to be on a campus with her and then seeing how far we've come just really makes you relive it to an extent. A fun memory that I have from here is Spring Fling. Also, I would say Fall Fest, just because those two events are one of the most impactful for me. You get to see, as I previously stated, the diversity of LSUS come together, enjoy food, hang out, play games, climb a wall, do a zip line, everything in between that. It's a time to really just relax. You may haven't seen one of your classmates for maybe a semester and a half because y'all's schedules or y'all's majors are different, but when you get together on Spring Fling, you get to catch up, you get to have fun with each other. You really get to see what LSUS is, who we are as a family, and it's one of my most memorable times here. Here at LSUS, we are a family. You feel that, and the world just comes to us, so it's been great. So after I graduate from LSUS in May, I plan on going full-time as being a financial advisor at my firm here in Shreveport, Northwestern Mutual. Everybody that goes to school here, it does not matter what your degree plan is in. If you are an art major, if you're a graphic major, if you're a business entrepreneurship major like myself, or an accounting major, or if you're in the science building studying nursing, or trying to get into med school, you are no different being an art major than the next person is being a doctor. You are going to do something that is going to contribute to this society in some way, shape, or form. Make the most of it, meet as many people as you can, because the connections here, especially coming from the Student Success Center in the Noel Library, they're going to help you get to where you want to be, and they're going to make sure you're in the right position to meet the right people for you to succeed. Even when you graduate, even if your current career doesn't work out, or if you want to have a career change, we have everything, we have the right tools and steps implemented to, cater to your every need. LSUS is home, and it always will be. My name is Javen McCree, and I am more than a student.
We're moments away from the second half commencing here in Shreveport. Our score here at the dock, A&M-Texarkana at 1 point up 8. Now find themselves down pretty big at 51-39. In terms of leaders, has been the Devontae Williams show for A&M-Texarkana. He's 5 for 7 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3 for 13 total points, leading all active scores. Leading for LSU-Shreveport is Trey Boston, 50% from the field, 3 for 6, 3 for 4 from 3, 3 for 5 from the line with a rebound and 3 assists to tag on for a total of 12. Only other player for either team in double figures is LSU-Shreveport's Devion Coleman. He's 4 for 5, 2 for 2 from the line with 5 rebounds and 10 points. Devontae Austin and Melvin Flanagan with 8 behind him for Texarkana. Behind Williams with 6 points apiece is Mason, Houston, and Bush Jr. We're set to go. It'll be LSU-Shreveport basketball coming out of the break. Flanagan will inbound. Both starting units are on the floor, and we are set for action here in Shreveport. Once again, to mention, LSU-Shreveport looking to get back a loss that they suffered back in November of last year in Texarkana. That final 91-77. Here's Boston. Boston, last 12 to Coleman. Great fine scoop layup is no good for Murray. Little contact, but neutral contact, so no foul call. Here's Chisholm to get the offense going. Bounce pass is over to the hands of Mason. That's a technical in this game as Williams looking to pick up where he left off. Can't get the first shot to fall. Second shot, however, on the putback is going to be Houston. And that's how we get things started. And it looks like Coach Blankenship already unhappy as he wants to talk things over. We've only played 45 seconds. We got ourselves a timeout, folks. 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this. After the timeout by Coach Blankenship, after giving up the offensive rebound and basket, we're back to regular scheduled programming. 19-10 left in the second. Jump pass, fake pass from Flanagan. He's over to Boston. Boston to Taj Anderson. Screen gets rejected. Boston almost cut, looking for Murray. Coleman gets downhill. Head fake, layup, it's good, and the foul, yep, count it. First, like the official was motioning for a possible offensive foul, but either way is going to be 2 points. Maybe it wasn't an and one. The basket will count. And Murray is going to be called for a loose ball foul after the shot. That's his third. Team first already at the half. On the drive, head fake, finger roll, finish. Daryl Houston with the English. with that. LSU-Shreveport back on offense. Double team now on the corners. Boston gets it met into the open floor. The rise to jam. First dunk of the game, and it's for the Eagles for 2. As Mason took off from that second hash and threw it down one hand. The pass to Washington. Washington goes up, and a beautiful find and finish from Coleman. Take another look at the contact, and after that, we'll look at the one-hand jam. Because who doesn't like taking another look at a dunk? I mean, I sure would. As Coleman, the St. Mary University transfer, knocks down the N1 free throw. Chisholm swings it over to Williams. Williams so far not as explosive in the early going of the second half as he was at the beginning of the first. And as we know, in his shooting, that can surely change. Trying to get it down low, battling under the basket is Bush, but gets it stolen away. Boston to Washington, gets this one in, it is going to be a foul call. Shooting foul will be assessed to Rodney Mason, the second. Ironically, his second foul. Now Tyler Washington will head to the line for the first time today. He's a 76.5% free throw shooter. First free throw is no good. That brings the Pilots to 10 for 14 from the line. Only has 3 points. Second shot for the Delhi, Louisiana native is good. With it is Chisholm. Chisholm has been quiet. Only 2 points for the 6-foot sophomore. Strong lay-in, won't go. Snatching down the rebound, it's going to be Sowell. Sowell gets it snatched away, though, by the Pilots. As we cross 17 minutes. Providence double screen here, immediately gets blitzed. And numbers temporarily as they get back into the 2-3 zone. Tough shot, fall away, nothing but net by Davion Coleman. Coleman, points number 17 for him on the day. He has been about as good as Williams has for Texarkana. On the drive is Mason, gets back tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the previously aforementioned Coleman. Will you have a moment? Take another look at the Mason dunk. First dunk of the game. Hopefully not the last. Chisholm on the inbound. They get it down low to Sowell. Sowell over Washington. Can't get it. Second chance opportunity, no. Third opportunity gets back tipped by Washington, but it's into the awaiting arms of Mason. Chisholm gets downhill. Hop steps. Floater is good. Great floor awareness by Chisholm to get an open space, identify his defenders, and knock out a tough 14, 15-footer. Now looking is Boston. Boston gets double team, takes the double, Euros, and the foul through the contact. Trey Boston going pretty much coast to coast, was double teamed, broke the double team, made help side collapse, and just does the rest himself with a fantastic finish. Foul will be assessed to Bush. That's Bush's second. Free throw from Boston is up and good. So for every punch Texarkana has thrown, LSU-Shreveport has thrown 2. Now Texarkana looking to get some kind of offensive momentum back like they had in the first half, as a layup is good. Right into the chest of the defense is Darrell Houston. Here's Coleman now, guarded by Chisholm. Breaking down his defender, rises. They're going to call a reach foul on the floor. Foul will be charged to Chisholm. That's the Collin Community College sophomore, transfer sophomores first. Also an avid Cowboys fan and not the biggest fan of Mike McCarthy either. Chisholm, speaking of Chisholm, he comes up with the steal. Surveying the floor to Bush. Layup is good as Ronnie Mason for 2. That brings things to 10. "15 minutes. We played 5 in this second half. Flanagan looking for the double screen. It was going to be Coleman and Washington who set it. Here's Austin. Pull up from the elbow. It's good. High percentage shots have been falling pretty much all game long for LSU-Shreveport. Sky high field goal percentage at 44%. Skip pass from Chisholm into the hands of Houston. Houston drives, gets smacked and goes through. Heard that smack even from up here, clear as day, but no call from the official. Double screen again. Draws the double team on Flanagan. And an over and back foul called against the guard. It'll be Texarkana ball. As McKellen Murray will check in. And David Coleman will check out and get a bit of a break as he has to the bench. 17 points. Only 1 missed field goal, 5 rebounds and an assist. As they give it up to Chisholm. Chisholm, Houston now. They get it under the basket, and Sowell, strong finish for 2 more under the bucket. Now they come up with it once more. Fresh possession for the Eagles. Chisholm to Mason. Mason can't get it. Offensive rebound by Sowell. They eventually come up with it. No, it's going to be Washington who comes out of the fray with it. Looking, and he eventually gets it to Flanagan. Flanagan gets walloped and will draw the foul. Foul is going to be assessed to Rodney Mason. That'll be Mason's 3rd. Team 4th of the half already. So we haven't played 7 full minutes, and the Eagles already in terms of fouls halfway to putting the Pilots on the line. Here's Boston met at the timeline by Houston. Washington sets the ball screen, uses it, doesn't get a switch though. Instead of Washington on the right slot. Firing for 3, Boston. Line drive shot, no good. Rebound corralled by Mason. Mason up the floor to Houston. Houston, the dump off. The layup won't go, but will draw the foul. Foul is going to be charged to Boston. That's the Chicago in 2nd. Team 2nd of the half. Now the big fella, Jason Bush, will head to the line to shoot 2. Bush has 8 points with 4 boards. He's 50% from the field, 3 for 6. After this, A&M-Texarkana of a quick 2-game homestand on the 16th and 18th. They'll host 2 San Antonio area teams, A&M San Antonio, ironically, and Our Lady of the Lake. First shot is good. For LSU-Shreveport, 3-game homestand. On the 14th, 21st, and 25th, respectively, they'll take on Texas College, Xavier, and Louisiana Christian. Second shot, no good. Rebound snatched down by Washington. Bounce passes to Boston. Boston bobbing and weaving through traffic. Now gets back onto the reset. They try the V-cut pass for Coleman, but not enough on it. Goes out of bounds, and it will be Texarkana basketball. .12 minutes, 53 seconds left. Long three. It's Williams. Won't go. Thought we were going to see a possible putback attempt for Mason as he got high enough, that's for sure. Now Washington asking for an explanation as he racks up his third foul. So that's Murray with 3, Washington with 3, Anderson with 3. Anderson's been on the floor. One thing to note, in terms of foul trouble for A&M, it's going to be Rodney Mason with 3, Butch Sowell, and Williams with 2. Williams' first free throw was good. There's his second chance to the line. Had an and one earlier. Missed the following free throw. Three dribbles, slow rise, and it's good. 63-58. Arrow pointing in favor of the Eagles. It's Boston trying to break down Houston. Waving them off. Now a high lead passes over to Coleman. Coleman gets downhill. The drive. Offensive foul. LSU bench fans and coaches not happy. Let's take another look. See if position was maintained and most importantly kept. No, I don't think so. Defender was set, but as soon as the contact was made, or right before the contact was made, rather, started to stumble backwards as that outside foot began to move before contact was made. Here's Sowell. Sowell up in a strong bucket. That's a grown man, ladies and gentlemen, and we're down to 3. LSU-Shreveport trying to keep the Eagles at bay. Here's Boston, swing to Coleman. Coleman drives on Chisholm, dump to Washington. Head fakes, up and under, that's good for 2. So we're back to a 2-possession game, 65-60. Mason to Williams in the center of the floor, now resets. They get it to Mason. Turns, no good. Washington, a hard rebound, gets whacked. And that foul is a loose ball foul on the way down. It'll be called on Jason Bush Jr. That's the East Texans' third. A little Region 14 on Region 14 crime. Of course, Tyler Washington, transfer out of Blinn College. And Jason Bush Jr. out of Longview. Played at TJC before having a pit stop at Texas State. Here's Anderson. Anderson for Washington on the V-cut. Runner, great dump off, and it's a foul in the air. Devontae Allison will head to the line. Foul is going to be charged to Darrell Houston. That's his second. 6th foul of the half for Tam UT. First free throw for Austin is good. His first trip to the line today. Austin from the stripe this year, shooting 57%. His early days working at Foot Locker in his first couple of years here at LSU-Shreveport. Second free throw is good. 67-60 our score with 11 minutes and counting in the second frame. Here's Chisholm crossing the timeline. Stutter steps, keeping an eye on his feet. Got a tough defender on him in Boston as he drives. Boston is going to get drawn. He's going to draw the foul. That's Boston's third. So now that makes Murray, Washington, Boston, and Anderson with 3 fouls apiece. That's a very important 5 to be in foul trouble with a lot of basketball left to play. First free throw from Chisholm's good. And that brings things back to a 2-possession affair. Second free throw, front iron, no good. Washington, yet another board. He has 8. Pass is met on the jump! Hold on! Look out below! Rodney Mason, his second dunk of the game with 10.5. Huge momentum swing as the Eagles try to soar back. Swing to Washington. Washington looking. Hand it off to Austin. Washington gets it bobbing out of his hand, off of his knee. It'll be Eagles ball. Take another look at that last jam. All off of the turnover. Mason just hawked it down like a defensive back and slams it home with the right hand. 10-16. 4-point game. Chisholm has it. Guarded by Boston. Chisholm gets downhill. Gets it jammed. Ball was deflected, they say. Rising. Layup is good by Jaleel Sewell. Jared Sewell on that layup makes it a 2-point game again. You hear the A&M-Texarkana bench, and they travel pretty well too. The steal by Mason. Makes it up the floor to Houston. Ball out of bounds. It'll be LSU's ball. As we have a stoppage for a quick sub, Melvian Flanagan will check in, and it looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout taken by A&M-Texarkana. Wow, what a game, what a game, what a game. As we take one more look at that emphatic jam. We'll be right back. Our score, 67-65. If you wanted a fun game today on your Saturday, well, you got it. 2 big dunks from the Eagles. Rodney Mason the second, the most recent, off of a turnover, picking off the pass and throwing it down. Gives us our current score of 67-65. At one point, LSU-Shreveport was up 12. Prior to that, at one point, Texas A&M-Texarkana was up 8. Both teams have given up almost double-digit leads, and now we're sitting at 1 possession with 9:25 left. Swing pass over to Boston. Boston, the double team. They kick to Flanagan. Flanagan gets downhill, spins. He's double. Getting around the horn. Coleman spins. Gets it deflected. Could we see another one? The rise, the lay-in, it's good. We're knotted up at 67. For the first time since the 16-minute mark of the first half, we are level in Shreveport. Behind the back dribble. It's deflected. Euro step. And the foul. Foul is going to be assessed to Sewell. That'll be the freshman big fella's third. As we get another look at the basket, that tied us back up. Off of the steal, it was contested, and the lay-in for Houston going coast to coast. So now Trey Boston will head to the line. He has 15 points, 4 for 6 from the charity stripe today. Spin of the ball, free throw was up and good. Now Shreveport takes a 1-point lead. Second shot is up and good. Back iron and rattles through. 2-point game, 2-2-1 full court zone being implemented by the Pilots. Here's Williams. Williams to Mason in the middle. Mason, dribble handoff to Houston. Houston crosses, takes the screen. They switch. Maybe a size mismatch if they hurry. Sowell barrels through, and a blocking foul is called. That will send Mason to the line. As we're waiting to see who the foul was on, I believe it was on Flanagan. Now that foul was called on Anderson as a lay-in. It's good by Houston. We're back tied up again. Taj Anderson still on the floor, has 4 fouls. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. In terms of team fouls, LSU West with 6, A&M-Texarkana with 7. Here's Boston. Boston steps back, looking for room. Swing to Flanagan. Flanagan flies. Can't get it to go. Strong rebound by Sowell. Now to Chisholm. Last time these two teams met in November, back in Texarkana, things got chippy. Now if things get chippy, it's understandably so. Rising. Layup is good. Guess who? It's Rodney Mason again. Rodney Mason with that layup gives him 16. Tied for the most for Texarkana. Anderson sidesteps, flies, buries it for 3. And timeout, Coach Blankenship. Oh my. Both teams going back and forth. Neither ball club able to get any real control. LSU-Shreveport with that last 3. Gets them up 1. 7:14 left to go. Back in 30 seconds. Pilot basketball continues on ASN 2 after this. After the timeout for LSU-Shreveport. Still plenty into the hands of Coach Blankenship. Has 5, A&M-Texarkana with 3. The Eagles find themselves down to 1 with a lot of basketball left to play. 7:14. There's Chisholm trying to navigate this full court pressure. Williams, who dominated the first half, it looks like he's going to try for a lay-in as he slides out of bounds. And we'll head to the line. Foul is assessed to Coleman. Coleman now has 3. So that's Murray, Coleman, Boston, and Washington with 3. Anderson with 4. No other Pilot has a foul. As mentioning before the lay-in, Devontae Williams dominated in that first half. So far, it looks like that moniker has been taken by Rodney Mason for the Eagles. That last foul puts both teams down with a penalty. First free throw is no good. As Mikael Murray will check into the game for the first time in a while. And Coleman checks out. And the second free throw is good. So, guess what? We're back tied. 72-72. With it is Murray. Murray now on the reset to Boston. Boston, one move, couldn't handle it. Ball is contested, it's on the floor. Eagles trying to call timeout, but didn't have full possession. Jump ball, we go to the arrow. It will be Eagles ball. So honestly, best case scenario not to get that timeout. Don't want to waste the arrow in a situation like this. Don't want to waste a timeout in a situation like this. And a crowd that, if you're just now tuning in, even though it's an away game for A&M-Texarkana, at least in the men's contest, the women's contest, it was relatively even in terms of fan participation, but it seems like just the benches alone and the couple of handfuls of fans that traveled from Texarkana, about an hour and a half drive, they have made their presence known here in Shreveport. Here's Chisholm. Chisholm's guarded by Flanagan right at the edge of that anchor logo in midcourt. Now Williams. Williams, pass to Mason. Mason, head fakes. Chisholm for three. No good. His first three-point attempt of the game. Can't get it to fall. 6:15 left. In a game that has been back and forth for both teams. At one point, A&M-Texarkana had an 8-point lead. At one point, LSU-Shreveport had a 12. As Murray, not enough on the runaway layup. On the break. Uneven 3-on-4. Now 4-on-4. Now we completely resetting it into the half court. On the drive. Great swing by Houston. Houston, a little English on the finish. Wow. Finger roll. George Gervin, eat your heart out. As A&M-Texarkana has the lead back. Murray to Boston. Double team. Murray drives. Euro. And the foul, the layup for two. Count it. From one layup to another. First, let's check out the absolutely beautiful finish from Houston. Gets downhill. Great swing across there. And on the very next play, this time for the foul call, an and-one finish. Doesn't get better than that. Murray's layup is good. Gives LSUS, once again, a 1-point lead. Here's Mason. Surveying the floor, looking. Williams will fire. No good. Back iron it off. Rebound is eventually corralled by Austin. Austin crosses the timeline. Looking for a double screen. That Providence set again. It always results in a double team. And look, there's the open floor. The Euro hangs in the air. Won't go. Trying to get his own rebound. He can't. Chisholm comes up with it. Chisholm right down the lane. Delayed pass. They get it back to him. 4.5 left. The tension slowly starting to settle in. They dump it to Sowell. Sowell gets fouled. That'll be foul number 4 on Murray. As the 6'5 senior forward, as well as Anderson, now have 4 fouls apiece. Only foul trouble for A&M-Texarkana is Mason with 3, Sowell with 3, and Bush with 3. As Sowell, his first free throw is good. Sowell now 1 for 2 from the line today. A&M-Texarkana needs this free throw. It's up, and it's no good. Can't get it to fall. Strong rebound, eventually brought down by Murray. Boston delivers the play call. Providence screen, this time more staggered version of that dueling side screen as Flanagan rises, can't control it. Now to Sowell. Sowell to Houston, he spins. Alley, no, it's stolen away. Great hand by Boston, and a foul is called on the floor against the Eagles. That'll be charged to Devontae Williams. Williams got to be careful, he's got 3. Williams out of Memphis, Tennessee, the 6'2 junior guard. Now both teams well within the penalty. That last foul on the Eagles, their 9th of the half. That was their last foul to give until they can put the Pilots in the double bonus the rest of the way, which could be very valuable. Boston has been great today. 17 points, 4 for 8 from the field, 6 for 8 from the line. Front half of the 1-and-1 is good. So far as a team, as a ball club, 18 for 22 for well over 80%. For a team on average, shoots pretty average, 68.3%. Second free throw, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Williams. And the past 6 minutes, the biggest lead either team has had is 1. Williams through the lane, won't go. Sowell, head fakes, rises, it's good. Sowell, a huge layup to keep the Eagles in it. Three and a half and counting. Coleman again. Gonna do it himself. No, he swings it to Flanagan. Flanagan gets downhill. Jump pass. Coleman flies. Good. Huge three for the Pilots. It'll be a timeout for Coach Blankenship. Huge three. With 3:15 left to go, it'll be a full, and we'll take it with them. The Pilots trying to keep the Eagles at bay. Back in 1 minute from the ASM family of platforms. This is Red River Athletic Conference basketball. Left to go in the fourth. LSU-Shreveport with a huge three after the Pilots right before the Pilots take a timeout. Wow. We've seen dunks. We've seen huge threes. We've seen players take over. We've seen it all. If you're just now joining us in the first half, it was a quick run for the Eagles. They got them in a lead that grew to as large as 8. LSU-Shreveport came back later in the final handful of minutes in that first half to have a 12-point advantage. Now, as you can see, that lead is gone. 79-77. As Mason was wide open at the free throw line, elected not to shoot. Chisholm, great floor awareness again. Sowell gets downhill. Bounce pass. Layup's no good. However, Mason will head to the line to shoot 2. Foul will be charged to Davion Coleman. Now that's his 4th. That means 4 on Murray, 4 on Coleman, 4 on Anderson. Trey Boston will check back in, and he has 3. Both teams now at 9 fouls apiece. First free throw is good. Possession error as of now in favor of the Pilots. Second shot. Front iron rolls off, out of bounds. Possession, LSU-Shreveport. They're not happy at all. Let's take a second look to see if we can try to get a beat on this thing. I'm not too sure. I go frame by frame on who touched it last. That looks like it was last touched by LSU-Shreveport. at least from our angle. Two and a half left. Austin flies. No good, but he draws the foul. That's going to be on Mason. That's the junior forward's fourth. Foul number 10 on the Eagles, and now the rest of the way, it'll be 2 shots for every foul. Devontae Austin, the Lee College transfer, heads to the line. First shot, it's good. A perfect trip is the best case scenario in terms of an Eagles team that has come back alive in the latter half of the second. Second shot is good. Austin, bend of the knee, winds and fires, it's good. He now has 15 points off of the bench. Here's Chisholm. Huge possession, and a timeout taken by A&M-Texarkana. It'll be a full timeout. Yep, let's take it with him. Back in 1 minute from the ASM family of platforms. This is Red River Athletic Conference basketball. Back after the break, 82-78, 2:17 left to go. A&M-Texarkana has 2 timeouts left and find themselves down 2 possessions. Both teams sitting well in the penalty. LSU-Shreveport shooting 2 shots. A&M drawing only 1 foul, 1 drawn foul away from the same privilege. Here we go. 2:20. Houston, back out to Williams. He lets one fly. No good, well short. Flanagan trying to tip it. It's Houston on the offensive rebound. He rises and rolls in for 2. We're back to a 2-point game. 82-80. With 2 minutes, Dos Minutos remaining in the final frame. Double team to Anderson. Swing to Flanagan. Flanagan drives. He's out of bounds. It's Eagles basketball. Minute 54 now. Will the Eagles a chance to tie this thing back up? One thing to note, Anderson and Coleman have 4 fouls. Coleman not on the floor. Anderson is. Baby hook shot is good, but guess who? Ronnie Mason to tie it. Ronnie Houston, at least for now, definitely player of the game. Don't get me wrong, Devontae Williams had a fantastic first half, but if it wasn't for Mason and those 2 momentum-changing dunks, the Eagles probably wouldn't be back in this thing. Anderson drives, the dish to Austin. He rises, gets bobbled, out of bounds. It's going to be Pilots ball again. As always, let's take another look. As we see it slow things down. And that looks like that was last touch by the Pilots again. Anderson lets it fly, won't go. Strong rebound made by Williams. Now the Eagles taking their time. And it's going to be a timeout that will be taken by the Eagles. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. That'll be a full timeout. Either way, we'll go commercial free for the final minute. What a game. What a game. In terms of scoring, huge efforts for both teams. For A&M-Texarkana, Daryl Houston, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 9 for 12 from the field. Daryl Houston, that is, with 20. Rodney Mason right behind him with 19 on 7 of 11. Devontae Williams, who was a hero for Texarkana in that first half. The second half, not the same offensive production, however, still has 16 points, 6 for 13 from the field. For LSU Shreveport, it's been an amazing effort by the senior guard, standing at 6'2", Trey Boston. 21 points, 5 for 9, 7 for 10 from the charity stripe, 4 for 6 from 3 with 5 assists to tag on with it. Davion Coleman, one thing to note again, he does have 4 fouls. Wasn't on the floor during that last possession. He currently has 17 points on 7 of 8, shooting 3 for 3 from the line. He also in double figures, the last 5 in double figures, Devontae Austin from off of the bench. Fantastic effort, 4 for 5, 15 points. That's the final horn sounds, and we are set to go to resume play. 55.6 seconds. Ball gets inbounded here. It's into Chisholm. Inside of a minute. Houston to Mason. Mason backing him down. Baby hook. It's good. Huge shot with 39 seconds to go. Getting downhill. Lay in. It's good again. Guess who? Trey Boston ties it back up. Shot clock turned off. Chisholm with it. 22 seconds left. And we have one last timeout call by A&M-Texarkana. It'll be a full timeout. That's all the Eagles have to spare. Coach Blankenship, important to note, has 4 timeouts in his back pocket. Biggest moment of the game coming up. .3 seconds left. And a very important game in terms of Red River Athletic Conference standings. Coming into this one, A&M-Texarkana was in 4th at 9-4. 1 game behind Our Lady of the Lake in 3rd at 9-3. LSU Shreveport in 5th at 7-6. Here we go. First horn sounds. Question is, how quickly does A&M-Texarkana take this shot? Below us to our left is head coach Darian Brown, the former assistant at both Jacksonville University and Nicholls State, former recruiting coordinator at South Alabama. Knows big moments like this as well as anyone. As a 3-year starter of Our Lady of the Lake, was a 2-time All-Red River Athletic Conference selection. Now, let's see what he has for what could possibly be the final possession. Chisholm looking. They get it to Houston. Clock rolling. 17 seconds. 4 low, 3 low, 1 high. Down screen is set for Williams. Trying to get the shooter open. They don't. Could be a possible double stagger. Still looking. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Fall away jumper. Won't go. And we're going to overtime in Shreveport. If the weather's got you down, this game will definitely warm you back up. We have played 40 minutes of basketball, and we're heading to OT. We'll take a short break. 30 seconds. Free basketball, ladies and gentlemen, in Shreveport after this. As we begin first overtime, 5 minutes of basketball. Texas A&M-Texarkana will get a timeout. LSU-Shreveport carries theirs over. Foul counts will remain. LSU-Shreveport with 9. A&M-Texarkana with 10. We are set once again on the floor for the Eagles. It's Houston, Chisholm, Sowell, Mason, and as well as Williams. On the floor for Shreveport, it's Murray, Austin, Coleman, Flanagan, and Anderson. Here we go. Into the corner. Anderson, 3. Wide shot won't go. Chisholm with a rebound. And now A&M-Texarkana, their first trip down the floor in OT. The first ever college basketball overtime game in Antler Sports Network history. Great dump off and a layup, it's good. And that's how we get the extra period going. Two-point game. Flanagan looking. They swing it to Austin. Austin, who came off the bench and has been fantastic for him since. Murray the rebound. Off the glass, he can't get it to go. Chisholm yet another rebound. The scrappy going on Mount Pleasant, Texas. Gets it back. Handoff. Downhill is Williams. Williams head fake, steps through. Pass gets tipped. Great hand by Boston. Boston up the floor. Has numbers. The runner won't go. Follows it up. Gets defended by his own teammate. Into the open floor is Houston. Houston. Layup is good. It's a two-possession game. Overtime flies in the NAIA, ladies and gentlemen, as we knock on the door, 3.5. As you hear the Eagles faithful here in great strength as a foul is called, drawn by Flanagan. Foul will be assessed to Devontae Williams, and that's the junior's 4th. Flanagan will head to the line to shoot 2. Flanagan's first shot is good. As a team today, 22 for 27 for over 80%. Second free throw from Flanagan is good. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Easy points without wasting time. Here's Chisholm as they start the offense. In pass to Mason. Mason looking. Fake dribble handoff for Vika. Chisholm will fire. No good. He still has yet to hit a 3-ball today. Up the floor to Anderson. Anderson drives, layup. Won't go, no good. And that foul is going to be on Williams. That might be it for him. Yep, we see from the table, Devontae Williams, his afternoon is over. As Williams checks out, Anderson gets to the line. He'll finish with 16 points on the day. A solid outing for what it's worth. Free throw is good from Anderson. Anderson, second shot. It's good. Talk about clutch. 3 minutes and 2 ticks. All knotted up at 88. On the head fake, it's Chisholm. Chisholm kicks to Soul at the top of the key. As Justin Davis checks back into the contest. Looking, they hit Chisholm. Chisholm to Mason. Drive, no call, and it's good for 2. Rodney Mason, 23 points. Now tied to the lead all active scores with a man with the basketball right now in Trey Boston. He has 23 of his own. Boston spins. Gets it deflected. Dump pass. Layup is good. Great no call there. The ball was hold palm by an Eagle defender, allowing him to keep his dribble. As now once again, we are in crunch time. 2 minutes of commercial-free overtime basketball. Davis steps back. Looking. Gets it to Soul at the top of the key. Looking for that handoff again. Instead, they will just reject it for a V-cut. They loop back around on the reset. Houston, up and under. It's good! Kiss up the glass. What a finish! The guard play, complimenting the forward play for Texarkana, has kept them in this thing. Boston, the layup, coast to coast. And we're tied up again with a minute and a half. 92 all. We've already hit the record for the highest scoring game in Antler Sports Network history, both high school and college. Houston draws the reach foul. That foul is going to be on Anderson. That's his 5th, at least by our count. No, that's only his 4th. So a huge sigh of relief by LSU-Shreveport. As now it's Darrell Houston. His first free throw. Good. Houston, the 6'2 junior guard out of Cleveland, Ohio, by way of Odessa College. Second shot is good. Shreveport rolls it in. Now Boston picks it up. Boston has 25. Takes the Anderson screen. Gets it back to him. Dribble head fake, and it's Houston who'll get draw call for the kickball violation. One minute left to go. The visitors from Texarkana with a 2-point advantage. Looking. They get it to Anderson. He's guarded by Mason. Anderson downhill. Head fakes. Layup. It's good. It's tied up inside of a minute. Here's Davis. 47 seconds left in first overtime. Dare I say first. Here's Mason. Mason to Chisholm. Flies. Good! Peyton Chisholm. Huge 3. He was 0 for 3 from downtown. And the biggest of the dunk from Murray. That only brings them down to 1. And Flanagan fouls with 22 seconds left. That'll send Chisholm to the line as we take another look at probably the biggest shot of the season for Chisholm. Saw that first layup. And then one offensive possession later for the Eagles. Peyton Chisholm off the curl. First free throw is good. 22 seconds left. It's a 2-point game. Coach Kyle Blankenship has plenty of timeouts. Second free throw is good. 3-point game. 22 seconds left. Question is, how much time do they leave left, if any? Anderson, open, head fakes, Flanagan, steps in. Good! Melvin Flanagan ties it up!
7 seconds, 6, Sewell! Foul, travel is called! Travel is called! Melvian Flanagan! Ice in his veins! Timeout's gonna be called as Flanagan, ridiculous 3. We are knotted up at 99. Are you not entertained? Taking another look. Initially for Anderson, great extra pass on the head fake, steps in, nails it. 4.7 seconds left in OT. And the first college overtime broadcast in Antler Sports Network history. Next Saturday, right here on ASN2, starting at 2 o'clock, is the Sooner Athletic Conference doubleheader. Texas Wesleyan and Southwest Christian. Myself, Jimmy the St. Christopher, will be on the call. A lot to live up to in comparison to this game. So, here's the situation. Coach Kyle Blankenship just called a timeout. He'll have 3 remaining. A&M-Texarkana has 1. Both teams officially into the double bonus. LSU-Shreveport has a chance to give A&M-Texarkana arguably their most heartbreaking loss of the season. Here we go. Austin inbound to Flanagan. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They can't foul. Drives, no good. And we're heading to double overtime. Wow. I hope you like free basketball, because Lord knows we've got plenty. 5 more minutes to try to separate these two teams. Back in 30 seconds from the ASN family platforms, this is Red River Athletic Conference basketball. Second overtime. As if 45 minutes weren't enough, how about another 5? All right, here we go. 5 more minutes set on the clock. Both teams come out of their huddles. Taj Anderson with a massive grin. On the floor for the Pilots is going to be Boston. Austin, Murray, Flanagan, and Anderson. On the floor for the Eagles, it's Sewell. Out there with Chisholm, Davis, Houston, and Mason. Whistle's blown, ball is up, and it will be Texarkana basketball. Here's Houston now. Houston crosses, spins, had Mason there to thankfully save the day, prevent a turnover. Houston steps back. 12 to shoot. Davis flies. No good. Well short. Tipped by Houston to Chisholm. Chisholm. Floater. Can't get it to go. Follows up. Rebound and draws the foul. Question is, who was that on? Because if it's on Murray, nope, they're going to say it was on, I believe it was on Houston or Austin. Yep, that'll be on Devontae Austin, his second. Both teams, again, if you're watching on ASN2, see on our scorebook at the bottom of your screen, as one team has officially hit the century mark. Second shot from Chisholm. In and out, no good. Flanagan, delayed rebound. With it is Boston. Austin, long cross. Gets it blocked by Davis. Sewell gets it to Houston. Houston, hop step, layup. It's good. Huge layup once again by Houston. This Texarkana visiting crowd lively at the dock. That kick, thought it was going to kick to Flanagan. Instead, it'll be a hard shot, no good. 13 to shoot. And a foul is called as Anderson drives. That foul is going to be called on Houston. It's Houston's third, and will send Boston to the line. Now looks like they had a bit of a shot ahead of a switcheroo. Don't know if it was intentional or not. Anderson's first free throw is no good. Second free throw rattles in. That gets LSU-Shreveport to the century mark. The highest scoring basketball contest, high school or college in Antler Sports Network history, let alone the longest. Houston again, no good, follows up, and it's good again for two. 104-100. This is starting to look like the typical NBA game in terms of scoring. Flanagan steps back to Anderson, drives, hop steps, his layup, it's good. And it makes it back to a one-possession game. Inside of 3 minutes now, in second overtime. Mason gets it bobbled. He keeps it. 2:48 and counting. Mason spins, looking, elbow, counting the foul! The big fella, Rodney Mason the second. Another huge layup. His third and one of the game. His free throw is good. As Tyler Washington will check in. 107-102. As Flanagan takes the inbound. That last foul on Murray, that's his fifth. His evening is over. As Washington checks in for him. Boston, long three, no good. Anderson rises. He can't get the putback to go. Now with it is Chisholm. Huge possession if they can score here. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Dribble gets killed, now out to Houston on the right side wing. Here's Sewell. Sewell looking. Dribble handout gets rejected. 3 to shoot, 2, layup, no good. It gets contested. With it is Boston on the break. Inside of 2 minutes now. That kick to Anderson. Anderson, step back to Austin. Gets it deflected. Anderson for 3. Good! Taj Anderson! Big 3. Keeps it out of possession. With a minute 48. It's a full timeout. Of course, we'll keep it here. Washington with a huge assist. Anderson with that. That gives him 17. Coleman with 17. Boston with 25. For A&M-Texarkana, Darrell Houston Have yourself a 30-piece one, 9 biscuits, 2 sides. 30 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Ronnie Mason, the second with 26, not too far behind. Devontae Williams, who's fouled out during first overtime, he has 11. Peyton Chisholm, Jaron Sowell, and Jason Bush Jr. with 11 points apiece. Minute 48 left to go. These two teams last time they met back in the fall in November. A dominant win by the Eagles at home at 91-77. That final, fair to say, won't be a blowout this go round. Final horn sounds and we are good to go and resume play. As we take one more quick look at that huge Taj Anderson 3, saved by Washington, kicks, and absolutely money. Here we go. Minute 45 in second overtime. Here's Houston, guarded by Anderson. He has 4 fouls. They dump it to Mason. Mason to Houston. Houston, head fakes, layup, no good. Great defense by Anderson, and now draw the foul. And now LSU-Shreveport a chance to at least tie. They get from Boston to Austin. Anderson, who had that huge 3 just a moment ago, drives, layup, it's good! Taj Anderson does it again! We're knotted up in 107. The nephew of NBA star Kenny Anderson, showing it's in the genes. His free throw is good. 1 point Pilot lead. As we have officially hit a fever pitch. 1 minute left in second overtime. Chisholm drives, resets. They get it back to him. Flies. Good! Peyton Chisholm does it again! Wow. Just wow. Timeout is called. It'll be a full. Once again, we'll keep it here. Peyton Chisholm started the game 0 for 3 from downtown. And in the second half and now in second overtime, has hit the 2 biggest threes of his season. The former Mount Pleasant Tiger was district MVP. Played a season at Collin Community College where he averaged 4 points, 5 assists, and a rebound a game. Now, fast forward another year. On the road in a very hostile environment. Looking at 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. It's going to be Davis, Houston, Sowell, Mason, and Chisholm on the floor for the Eagles. On the floor for the Pilots is going to be Anderson, Flanagan, Austin, Boston, and Washington. Final horn sounds. So at this point, you have to believe that once again, the Pilots control their own destiny. It was a tying 3 that got them to this point. And now they need some more magic here at home. 49 seconds left. Shot clock, Gamecock separated by 20 seconds. Anderson cuts through. Pass from Flanagan is to Boston. Looking for the Washington screen. He rolls, didn't get the pass off quick enough though to Austin. Now Boston again once more. 10 seconds to shoot. Drive, mid-range, pull up, won't go. Washington couldn't palm it. Shot clock turned off. 24 seconds left. They got a foul quickly. Flanagan still looking, waiting on a 10-second call. Solo No good. Thought it would have been a travel called, but that might have been best case scenario. Davis for A&M-Texarkana wanting a flagrant, and now the officials might be discussing it, but from our angle, it looked like a typical shooting foul. They make it a common foul. And now Anderson has tallied his 5th foul. And his day is now over. And now, stepping in for the first time, the Hungarian hammer, Baldy Varga, in the biggest moment of his young career. First free throw, no good. Houston fires. No good. Washington with a rebound. Gets it to Boston. 13 seconds. 12, 10 to Varga. It's good. It's good. Baldy Varga ties it up. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Timeout is called. Now the question is, how much time is on the clock? Baldy Varga, the Hungarian hammer, a fan favorite with the biggest play of his young life. Let's take another look to see where they should set the clock. We wait for when the official raises his hand. By our count, 0.7 seconds left. Wow. Baldy Varga subbing into the game as Taz Anderson fouls out and comes up with a massive play. As we take one more look as the officials now confirm when the timeout was called. The official's hand goes up at the 0.7 second mark. Right at this frozen frame. Waiting on the official word. Official still convening with Assistant Athletic Director Kyle Hawkins. Waiting to see what they'll set the clock to. It'll be at 0.7 seconds. Right at 0.7. A little under a full second. Enough time for maybe a full court heave. To Washington at the horn. He got it off. No good. We're heading to 3 overtimes. Our scoreboard can't even handle a third. Wow. 1 minute timeout. We'll try to catch our breath back after this. overtime in Shreveport. Wow. Simply wow. Just wow. I have completely been at a loss for words. What a game. What a game. What a game. Boldy Varga, the hero that no one expected, coming up with the biggest play to keep the Pilots alive. And now a deflection. It's tipped. Foul is called. That's going to be charged to Trey Boston, I believe. Thankfully, that's his fourth. But that will send Rodney Mason to the line. First free throw is good. Second shot is good. So it's Boston, Alston, Flanagan, Washington, and Varga on the floor for the Pilots. On the floor for the Eagles is Houston, Sowell, Mason, Chisholm, and Davis. Flanagan flies a three. That's good! Melvin Flanagan, another three. Melvin Flanagan has been a man possessed. Chisholm. Dish now to Sowell. Sowell going to work on Varga. Will draw the foul on the floor. That's Varga's first. Varga, even though he hasn't seen much time on the floor, hasn't seen any time on the floor this game, plenty of experience, part of the U16 FIBA national team for his native Hungary, and averaged 2 points on that team. Drop from Sowell is good, so we're back tied at 113. Second shot is up, no good. Washington another rebound. With that, his 10th of the game. Screen trap immediately on Boston, now to Flanagan. Washington flies, good! Tyler Washington, 9 points and a huge three. Here's Chisholm directing traffic. Davis, great dish to Sowell. Washington takes a whack. Varga with a strong rebound and immediately gets it to Boston. Thought it was a possible charge, but no whistle. A smart no whistle, dare I say. 3 minutes, 19 seconds left. Back screen set. They get it to Varga. Varga turns. Back iron, no good. Ball gets walloped. Washington saves it. It'll be out of bounds. Shreveport basketball. Washington saved it. It was last touched by both Mason and Sowell trying to save it. Neither Eagle able to get a wing on it. As now the officials are talking things over. Typically, if all three officials or two or more are unable to make a decision, they will go to the arrow. But they do confirm Shreveport basketball. Here's Varga. Dumps it. Down low to Washington. Washington head fakes, drives, runner. Foul is called. That foul is going to be assessed to Rodney Mason. And by our count, that's 5. There's the sound of the horn, and a fantastic day for him. As now Washington will head to the line to shoot two. Washington's first shot, no good. And a contender for Game of the Year in 2025 just started a week or so ago. Live hits you fast. Free throw from Washington, it's good. So he splits the trip. However, the main goal was reached. At least the best case scenario. Make it a two-possession game. Here's Houston. Houston drives. Chisholm, 15 to shoot. Head fakes. Looking. Double team. 2:35 left. Chisholm doubled. Three. Davis. Good! It took his time all the way down. 1 point. Pilot lead. Stepping back, it's Flanagan. Flanagan drives, kicks, Boston for three. No good. Washington the follow. Can't get it either. Rebound by Sowell. Here's Davis. Long three. No good. Rebound contested. Houston comes up with it. Dives onto the floor. Goes back up. Pump fake. No good. Hand by Boston. Boston on the break. The layup. The drive. The foul! Trey Boston somehow found a way to come up with the rebound. As Trey Boston steps to the line. Five solitary dribbles, a spin of the ball. He fires, that's good. It's a 4-point game with 1:41. Plenty of basketball left to play, but a huge momentum shift. Varga guarding Chisholm. Picks up his dribble. Now to Houston. Houston spins, cuts, Sowell drives on Washington. His layup, tough finish off the glass for two. And we're back to a one-possession game. And just listen to those who travel from Texarkana. One minute left to go. Here's Flanagan. Flanagan steps back. Hesitation. Fires. No good. Rebound Sowell. It's a 2-point game. 20 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Houston looking. Skip pass. It's over the head of Davis. It's out of bounds. Pilot's ball. A huge opportunity squandered. Boston looking dead into the eyes of Houston as he stalks the timeline. And a timeout will be called by head coach Kyle Blankenship. It'll be a full timeout. They'll have one more remaining. Wow, what a game this has been. And arguably, the biggest play in them all came from a man who many have not seen all season long. As to clinch a third overtime, Baldy Varga having to sub in after Anderson fouled out. The biggest shot of his life. Another reminder, next Saturday, in Fort Worth and Cowtown. Myself, Jim in the St. Christopher on ASN2. Have a Sooner Athletic Conference doubleheader. Texas Wesleyan and Southwest Christian. Tip-off of the women's game at 2. Don't think it'll be anything near this one, though. But only one way to find out, right? Here we go. Third overtime. 31.5 seconds left to go. LSU-Shreveport will have possession, notably in their own half of the floor. Austin inbound. Who gets it to Boston? Boston guarded by Chisholm instead of Houston. Chisholm, pries and pokes. 9 seconds to shoot. Gets downhill. Looking. He's got to get something off. It's Washington. One-handed snag. 2 seconds, 1 second. No good. Rebound by Davis. Davis comes down with it. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. It's Chisholm. 5, 4. He drives. And a timeout was called. A pivotal timeout. Question is, how much time are they going to put on the clock? We see the symbol get made. Official's hand goes up with 3.8. But I don't think they're going to put 0.7 back on the clock. So, 3.1 for the Eagles to stay alive in 3 overtimes. At one point, the Eagles had an 8-point lead with 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Those final 8 minutes were dominated by the Pilots. At one point, they had a 12-point lead in the second. The largest lead anyone had had in this contest. It hasn't been that far apart since. With 3.1 seconds left to go, Texas A&M-Texarkana will now inbound onto their own basket. Here we go. Chisholm to inbound. Has Davis for 3. Won't go. And that'll do it. The Pilots survive. Down 8 in the first. After giving up 2 go-ahead baskets, they escape the dock with a win. Our final, 120-118. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the final stats and put a bow on this thing. What a game, what a finish. 3 overtimes, 120-118. One last time, our final 3 overtimes and advancing to 11-7. and 8-6 in conference play. LSU-Shreveport 120. A&M-Texarkana 118. Let's take a look at the sets one last time. Start team-wise in terms of field goals, starting with A&M-Texarkana, 44 for 80, 55% from the field, 6 for 20 from 3, 24 for 37 from the line. 16 turnovers, 25 points off of turnovers, and 45 rebounds. For LSU-Shreveport, team-wise, 39 of 77 for 50.6% from the field, 13 of 30 from 3 for 43%, 29 of 36 from the charity stripe. Similar turnovers, 16, 15 points off of those, 38 total rebounds. Now individually, where do you even begin? Let's start with the visitors in A&M-Texarkana. Darrell Houston, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. Rodney Mason, 28 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Devontae Williams, who fouled out in the second half, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Peyton Chisholm, what a night for him. 14 points, 7 and 7 to go with it. Jiron Sowell, 14 points, 8 boards. And Jason Bush, 11 with 5. And for the victorious LSU-Shreveport Pilots, Trey Boston, 28 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Taj Anderson, who also fouled out, finished the game with 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Davion Coleman, 17 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. Melvian Flanagan, who had a go-ahead 3 or a tying 3 to send things into second overtime. 16 points, 3 for 3 from the line, 5 of 11 from the field, 4 boards, 3 assists. 15 points for Devontae Austin, 12 for Mikal Murray, 10 for Tyler Washington, and arguably the 2 most exciting and valuable points of the game from the Hungarian Hammer, Boldy Varga. What a game. What a way to cap off what was a rough weekend for some with weather. Man, if that doesn't warm you up, I don't know what will. That'll do it. I'm going to give my voice a rest. It was a pleasure broadcasting this game. Thank you to both teams, to the Red River Athletic Conference. For LSUS Athletic Director Lucas Morgan, Associate Athletic Director Kyle Hawkins, head coaches Tim Hayes and Kyle Blankenship. For the entirety of the fantastic crew at Texas A&M Texarkana. For Justin Jackson, our executive producer back in our Houston ASN studios, Matthew Hermans, Zach Abercrombie, Thomas Terry, the newest owner-operator of ASN South, and the rest of the fantastic ASN crew. I'm Jared Jones saying so long with what's left of my voice. For the last time, our final from Shreveport, the Pilots 120, A&M Texarkana 118. We'll see you next Saturday at Cowtown. Until then, so long, everybody.